hijacking of MH370. So this is the what world knows that MH370 was an aircraft Boeing 777 aircraft 777 that was hijacked on on 8th March 2014. Okay, and circumstances were that it was pilot Ahmed Shah who was behind the abduction, hijacking the aeroplane. The reason that was found for this hijacking is Ahmed Shah had a flight simulator and he did simulation of the flight from Andaman Sea toward the southeast, deep southeast of the Indian Ocean. This is what immersed satellite is also showing that there is a ping request it kept receiving from MH370 from Andaman Sea to the southeast of deep southeast of the Indian Ocean. Now, there is a scientist in Tasmania, Australia, and he is also claiming that indeed at that position in 6,000-meter deep trench, it is called trench, the aeroplane body is available there. What is the behind the scene through energy science? Energy science is a science which which sees the what incidence is happening at what energy. So if you want to crack any any puzzle, if you want every puzzle has a energy level. If you want to crack a puzzle, you have to cross the energy level. Then only you can crack the puzzle. If this is the puzzle which I believe that no one could begin this puzzle. The way this puzzle was designed, no one can begin the puzzle. People were exactly following what simulator was saying. Ahmed Shah pilot, he had a simulator at home and one day back he is simulating a flight that is from Andaman Sea to the deep east southeast of the Indian Ocean through Perth in Australia. Okay, what is catch here is that only Inmarsat satellite that ping request is there. No Australian radar could catch it. One thing. Second thing that we saw that there are two cases. Now, if this is Malaysia, this is west and this is east. Then this position is Kuala Lumpur. From Kuala Lumpur, the aeroplane is flying like this and it is going to South China Sea and then it is going to Vietnam. From Vietnam, it will flow through Hong Kong. It will from Vietnam, it will again enter into Pacific Ocean and then through Hong Kong, it will enter into China and it will go to Beijing. Now the flight is flying from Kuala Lumpur. It is crossing full Malaysia, that is big stretch, and then when it is leaving Malaysia, there is one ATC where it is saying good night. So handshake, voice handshake, human handshake happens there, and from there, then there is no trace of this airplane because aeroplane, all the communication equipment in aeroplane were switched off. But the military of Malaysia, it could track the aeroplane that beyond that. So if it is Kuala Lumpur, it went like this, and here rather than going in this direction, the flight took exactly west, and there is a Penang Island here from which Ahmed Shah belongs to pilot, and then this aircraft goes west, and then it took west north. 1 hour it could trace, and then it went till Andaman Sea. That much it could trace. Whereas the Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City ACC, okay, that is some aircraft field control, that communicated with the Malaysia, that is Kuala Lumpur ACC, claiming that MH370 is over Cambodia. MH now Ho Chi Minh City ACC is also saying indeed MH370 is on Cambodia because it has just now it has shared a kind of a ping request. Consider ping request. Means it sent one request about the aircraft and three MH370 responded that I am here. So both were confirmed that flight is on Cambodia. Cambodia ACC is saying flight is not on us. It is not in our airspace. Okay, now from Andaman Sea, one aeroplane is coming towards deep south east of Indian Ocean, but one aeroplane is going through kind of Maldives and it is going till Africa east side. That is also Indian Ocean. All drama is in Indian Ocean only. And there it is flying over Mauritius, then Tanzania, then Mozambique, then Madagascar, and then finally to South Africa. And everywhere its parts are breaking and parts were falling off. So there people found the part of the MH370, confirmed that it is MH370 part. What is true? True is everything. When investigation happens, truth is everything. Indeed, it looks like that there are two aeroplanes. It looks like there are two aeroplanes. This is called impersonation. Impersonation means that MH370 flight where it left the Malaysia, from there it took the west side. MH370 is flowing. MH370 the flight, it is going and it went till Andaman Sea, and from Andaman Sea MH370 went the deep east southeast of the Indian Ocean. So that is under consideration. Next is one flight went to Africa. For that, there is no proof that flight went there. Consider there is one more flight went there. But here, when the flight took westward, when it is leaving the Malaysia, then there is one more flight that is roaming near Cambodia. When ACC of Malaysia has shared the ping, okay, the signaling, shared the signaling with MH370 that is on Cambodia, means there are two flights. There are two aeroplanes. Okay, two aeroplanes. One aeroplane is going westward where it left the last ATC and going over the Penang Island and then going to south of the going to the Andaman Sea. From there it is taking southeast and passing near Perth and going down. There it got drawn. One flight went till Africa and from Mauritius it went to South Africa and there full body part were torn apart. That is two things. So actual MH70 looks like that when it left the last ATC of the Malaysia and went westward and toward Andaman Sea and there it went down and it got drawn in the near the Perth or south deep southeast of the Indian Ocean. This is what professor or scientist is thinking, that after all MH370 was sending ping request to immersed satellite, then whatever is the case, and simulator is also Ahmed Shah simulator is also showing that he was simulating Andaman Sea to deep south east of the Indian Ocean. Aircraft is he is trying to simulate the aircraft. Means MS370 is there, and there if there is no vicinity, means there is nothing island or whatever where MS370 is found, then it is inside a trench that is 6,000 meter deep, confirmed. Okay, this, just think about that if someone has to drive an aeroplane that is illicit way, illogical way, because where the human handshake happened with the last ATC beyond Malaysia, good night. From there, all potentially all the communication equipment switched off. So if Ahmed Shah is flying the flight through the Penang Island, then it is without communicating to the world, without any help of ATC, any ACC, without any help of any satellite. He is proceeding, because if he is taking help of satellite, then again there is a signal flow and it will be captured. Not possible. It is only possible when there is a thief satellite or somewhere he is getting up. Any pilot cannot drive so nicely to Andaman Sea. Why I am saying so nicely to Andaman Sea? Because this is the target. From when it turned west and went to Andaman Sea, from Andaman Sea he is going south. It means he has to reach Andaman Sea. Required without any help from ground level, without any help of satellite. No one can carry 300 passengers, including the crew member. No one can drive aeroplane like this. No one can fly aeroplane like this. Not possible. So he has to take help either somewhere from ground in illicit way. I can say illicit way. He is guiding the flight or some secondary satellite, hidden satellite is guiding the aeroplane. Whatever, then only someone can go so nicely to the Andaman Sea where the actual target is, that he has to go to Andaman Sea. He was not meandering. He was exactly going to the target from where it took the so why it went till Andaman Sea and it took southeast of the Indian Ocean, because there is no tracking. It's a full ocean one. No tracking there. No one could track it. Not possible. Anyone who is carrying 300 passengers and it is completely ill will, he has bad intention in his mind, then no one will take a risk. If he has forgotten the path, then he will not reach South Andaman Sea as per the plan, the way his simulator worked. So he did not forget the path. Everything is deliberate. If everything is deliberate and deliberation is bad, he was deliberating something that is wrong. No one will take this much, even though he is driven by some hidden ground level authority who was driving him to that location or hidden satellite. No one will take that much risk carrying 300 passengers and passing like this. Not possible. This completely proves that airlines did not leave Malaysia. MH370, which took off from Kuala Lumpur Airport, landed in Malaysia, taking the taking the kind of, you can say, that he used or benefit of the 12:41 a.m. in the night. In the night, only electromagnetic equipments works. No human intervention is possible. Everyone is sleeping and it is fully dark. So in that moment, not possible that, and Malaysia is a poor country. If Kuala Lumpur ATC is their next ATC when it is leaving the Malaysia, then it will be in Vietnam. All are very poor countries. So in that way, then this aeroplane MH370 landed in Malaysia only. Then from there, two MH370 took off. This is why I am saying, can someone say that this much is not possible? This much is possible. When this big guy, I remember Tireless, that is the submarine from United Kingdom that went to search the deep southeast Indian Ocean. United States, United Kingdom, Australia, China, Malaysia, okay, whatever. Everyone tried its best for 3 4 months. 3 4 months they tried their best. They kind of searched every possible in deep south Indian Ocean. They searched everything, whatever they could do. South China Sea, Andaman Sea, this kind of Malaysia, the trait, full pass they searched. What you will get when there is nothing? Means there is a two satellite that took off. If they what why as per the energy science, if you want to beat something, your energy level should be higher. If England and America and Australia and China, they could not miss this plan under which this had happened, that plan was very high, very high. If that is the case, then landing MH370 in Malaysia itself in night and then taking off two MH370 impersonation of three, this MH is not impossible. It is very well possible. Investigation did not happen through Malaysian government. Full world was there. Still they could not find it. Means the level at which the preparation was very high. Very, very high. So MH370 did not leave Malaysia at all. MH370 took off from Malaysia and then in one the Ahmed Shah is doing handshake with the ATC. I don't know if it is Ahmed Shah or someone else, whatever it is. But he is not sitting on MH370. These are duplicate aeroplanes. One went towards Cambodia and one went west that came in secondary radar, that is military radar underway. Then it went. This was being guided by secondary satellite, hidden satellite, private satellite. And then it went till Andaman Sea or South Andaman Sea. From there, it went deep east, southeast Indian Ocean. Fake airplane. Probably it may be a kind of unmanned airplane or whatever it is, fake aeroplane. So if someone really finds it, aeroplane in the, and what about the pilot? Okay, so pilot probably he did something. So that needs to be investigated. But that aeroplane was not carrying 289 passengers. Not possible. No one will take that much risk. That you carry 289 passengers, including crew member, and you roam here and there in the night. You will be caught. Certainly. So, and after that, the actual 370 MH370 aircraft, their parts were torn and they were thrown in these countries. This happened after 2-3 years, not immediately. After 2-3 years, these parts were served in these countries. So it took that much time to throw here and there. So MS-370 was in Malaysia, but why they? Because they never thought it. They thought that every proof is crystal clear and flight got. This is what the Prime Minister or President of Malaysia, he closed the case saying that MS-370 droned in the deep southeast of Indian Ocean. Flight could not be caught in the Australian radar because there was no flight. It was only impersonating the sending signal to the Inmarsat. For that only, that it would be very small aeroplane or something like that, or that's why I'm saying it may be without human also. And that was flowing just to fool the Inmarsat satellite. That's it. How it will be caught in the radar of Australia? Not possible. Why this happened? That is the question. Why this happened? This is typical case of assassination. This is typical case of assassination. They now the authority, they have to scan the full passenger list one time, two time, three time, 100 time, 1000 time, 10,000 time. There are few people that needed to be, why I am using assassination, not killing, because this is very high level. So there are few people sitting in the aeroplane that were required to be assassinated. This is typical case of assassination. Then only it happens. What happened to other passengers? There are very rare chances that they were let off, but very bleak. No one will do that. So they would have been killed only. Why it landed in Malaysia carrying, first of all, if someone wants someone to assassinate, then he will not go and roam around in the sky when your target is with you. If your target is with you, then things will happen quickly. So probably the aeroplane, when it took off the uh, the uh, uh, airport, then it would not have gone very far and then it would have landed. It would be near about one, within vicinity of 100 to 100 kilometer one. It's a poor country everywhere. Night it would be dark one. So it is a typical case of assassination. And what about these pilots? They are alive, certainly. So all are alive and they are somewhere else, okay, in impersonation with other name or something like that with different identity, whatever. So this is typical case of impersonation, typical case of assassination, and aeroplane was in Malaysia itself. It did not cross Malaysia. Whatever was shown in the sky, all were fake to divert the attention of the investigation. And this is what pilot was trying to do. One day back also in his home, South Andaman Sea, he was doing the simulation of his aircraft through simulator, and it went deep southeast of the Indian Ocean, and he did not delete the data knowing that if he is going to do same thing it will get caught and investigation will, he wanted this investigation to happen in this way only. That's why flight took exactly westward and it went till Andaman Sea so that people would kind of confirm, corroborate that it is happening the way the pilot is simulating at his home. Exactly same thing is happening. This is called digression. They will deliberately investigation was digression. If they had searched in Malaysia itself for few days, they would have found some trace. Now it is almost impossible. But still, in electronic world, there is nothing impossible. You can track many things possible when you feel that everything is, you may not track through blood clots, you may not track through any of the anything that is left around, anything you try with the physical world, you feel that it will be there, it's not possible. But there is no end of electronic and electronic magnetic field is concerned. So certainly it is trackable, but it is may not be possible right now. So what I can say, this is how it is. So this is our energy science. It says like this: be careful when you choose your flight, when you make a journey.